Wouldn't you think that the environmental industry, an industry founded in science and technology, would be using the latest and greatest techniques and technologies for collecting samples, for transmitting data, for preparing reports? My name is Russell Schindler. I'm a geologist, and I've been doing environmental work for 31 years, and I'm here to tell you they're not. In fact, it's quite the opposite. They're still doing things like they did back in the 80s. They're using Word and Excel to develop project plans, and then they're sending those project plans to the people in the field on paper, and they're filling out data by hand, and then they're filling out sample bottle labels using big fat Sharpies. They're writing the labels down by hand, and then they use a 3-part triplicate paper form and handwrite the data on the form for the laboratory for the chain of custody instructions, and then they send it to the laboratory where it's manually entered. Ever try reading somebody else's handwriting? It's incredibly difficult. And on top of that, when they generate reports, they're using outdated technologies, AutoCAD, GIS. I know GIS seems modern, but it's not. And these reports take days and weeks sometimes to deliver, and they bill them by the hour. It doesn't have to be that way. Our platform, our solution is a platform where the project manager sends the work scope to the cloud, and then the field technician can actually download the work scope on a mobile device. As they're entering data into that same mobile device, they can print sample bottle labels in the field at the time of sampling. There's a barcode on that sample bottle label. Then when that sample goes to the laboratory, they just scan that barcode, and that electronic chain of custody then enters all the data into the lab system automatically. And then when they're done with the analysis, they marry that field data with the lab data, and then we're able to generate all the reports, all the graphics and visualizations of where that contamination is and isn't in a matter of seconds, and at about 10 to 15% of the cost of an environmental engineering company billing by the hour. The environmental engineering market is currently a $33 billion market. In 2025, it's expected to be a $44 billion market. But interestingly, only about $10 billion currently is spent on actual cleanup. $23 billion is spent on project management, sample collection, and reporting. That's why we're here. The competition is largely just the current consulting engineering companies doing work using AutoCAD, GIS, Word, and Excel. There's a couple of other players doing little pieces and bits of what we're doing, but there's nobody doing it front to end like we are. So our business model is we have a cloud platform. They set up the project scope into the cloud. The field person uses the mobile app, downloads the work scope, enters data, and they're able to print sample bottle labels in the field at the time of sampling. Our business model is we give away this mobile app and project management tool so that we get the data, and then we actually turn around and sell their data back to them. But their data is in nice, pretty visuals. So that's our business model. Our customer acquisition model is pretty simple. There's 2 parts to it. First, we're going after the mid-size oil companies and manufacturing firms, and also the mid-size engineering firms. For instance, one of our current customers right now is Blarney Castle Oil Company. We've got about 25 of their sites on our platform right now. We save them about $8,000 a year per site. So we're saving Blarney Castle Oil Company over $100,000 a year in engineering and services fees because they're using our platform. After we formalize and solidify our marketing plan, we're going to go after the big guys. We're going to go after the Dow Chemicals, the BP Amicos, and the Ford Motor Companies. Our projected financials are pretty solid. We're expecting about $150,000 in software sales by the end of the year. And then you can see that we've got some pretty substantial but steady growth over the next 5 years. So our team is pretty solid. I'm not sure what happened there. There's me. I'm a geologist, 31 years experience in the industry. I'm also on a national board that develops environmental sampling standards for the entire country. Justin Blanchard sitting right over there. He's our CTO. Very talented guy. He's worked with over 50 startups. Dan Maxbar, Dr. Dan Maxbar is a geologist. He's also a programmer. He's helping us develop our additional products and making sure our technical products are sound. Jeff Dutton, who's right over here also, he's our sales manager. He's been in the environmental industry for 8 years, 5 years doing sales for a leading national laboratory. And then Jonathan Anderson's got 20 years of experience doing web marketing and customer success programs. So that's what I got. Anybody have any questions?